So here's a compressor that ran low on refrigerant because of a leaking condenser. And if you look down in there, it's all dark, but it didn't go metal flake, but it did get very, very hot, as you can see there. No oil came out of this. So where is all the oil? All the oil goes out of the compressor, but it stays and it gets logged in both of the evaporators. It has a dual evaporator, so all the oil's in the evaporator. And so since nothing came out, put a little brake clean in the old compressor, shake it around, pour it out. I'm looking for metal flakes, and what you see is that down there. Inside here, it's clean. And so he lucked out. He changed the orifice tube. I'll show you the orifice tube. It's black, but it's not metal flake. So this one will live. And where did it go? Because it had a leaky condenser. Here's the condenser. You could kind of see the oil stain on the back side where it's not painted. When you take it over to the painted side, you can see the oil stain a little more. And here's the orifice tube. This is a white orifice tube. This is supposed to be white, and it's not white because of how hot it ran from being low on refrigerant. And so since it's the owner's personal car, wife's car, he already went through the hassle of one burned out compressor that everything was metal flake, and he had to flush everything and replace everything. This time he shut it off as soon as it made noise. And so we're good here. And we just got black, so when it gets fired up again, it should be good to go and work. And the new condenser, of course, the newer design, parallel flow microchannel, because this is now considered expensive to make. When, remember, decades past, this was really expensive technology. But if you pick this thing up, it weighs like a feather. You pick this thing up, you got several pounds of, you got the steel on the sides for the brackets. You got several pounds of aluminum in here. And that is now, that old technology that used to be considered cheap is now expensive in materials. So this is why that would be the better choice. And it is for dual air conditioning. And he asked about that to the parts place, and the parts place asked him that it has dual air conditioning. So you'll notice if you look here, you can't really see, but as I stick my finger back here, it's pretty fat. And the width of this thing is pretty fat. You'll notice on a single evaporator unit, if you order it, it'll look exactly the same. But if you look at its width, it'll be a little bit thinner. And that's the difference between a single evap and a dual evap. And if you live in somewhere like Saudi Arabia or Utah in the summertime, 122 degrees, even if you have a single evaporator in your truck, unfortunately, you would want to, if you ever had to replace the condenser, purchase the purchase the condenser for a dual evaporator system and put it on your single evaporator system. You'll have more surface area to dissipate heat when it's 122 degrees. See you guys later.